Supercross. Very, very exciting, very bloody noisy, I can tell you. But the fact about it is Supercross is done all over the world. And just so we can continue with the day in the life, that is of a superstar rider, a person who is actually exceptional in his field, well, we've come to Supercross to feature Mike LaRocco. Mike LaRocco of America, third in the world. So Mike, tell me, it must just be tedious travelling round the world from A to B. You don't get fed up with it?
It's tough. I mean, I've been doing it a long time now and travel, I mean, since I was 14 years old. And at this point in my life, which I'm 28 now, when I have to go long trips, and you know, sometimes I dread it, but yeah, I mean, most of all, it's racing and that's fun, and it kind of makes up for it.
So there's a balance, in the end there's a balance. You have been doing this game a long time. I've been watching your career, and there's people come and gone and so on and so on. You've been having to go for a long time. When did you start?
Well, I started riding motorcycles when I was 6, but professionally this is my 12th year, so I started in like 87, 88.
Yeah. And in Supercross then, is that the thing you aimed to do, did you, when you first started?
You know, not really. I mean, when I grew up, Supercross wasn't as popular as it is now.
No.
And I did go to the races locally as a child and see the guys racing and want to do that, but I never seen myself a Supercross rider.
You didn't?
Turn into that.
Well, you haven't done a bad job of it then. I mean, we've just finished the series over in the States, which could be termed as a World Series, really, because just about everybody can do it.
Right.
And you've gone ahead and come third in the championship. So
yeah,
that's not bad, have you, really?
I actually like it. I mean, it's a lot of jumps and fun, and you know, depending on the style of dirt, you know, I'm more finicky on dirt than I am on the particular obstacles. I mean,
really?
If there's traction, I can hang it out and I do good.
Yeah.
If it's hard and slippery, that's a little tougher in my boat.
You are famous for having a unique riding style, though, aren't you, really? You do ride the bike differently to a lot of other Supercross riders.
I mean, a lot of people say I'm a bulldog rider, but, you know, mainly I ride farther back on the bike, which, you know, requires me to have stiffer suspension.
Right, yeah.
And stuff like that. It's just, you know, that's what I've done, that's what works for me.
So when you come to somewhere like England or anywhere else in Europe, you have just a very, very big suitcase to fit this bike in, or do you just bring bits of it?
We just bring the most important stuff.
Yeah.
On a tight race like this, you know, I'm glad I have. We have a different motor setting, which, you know, the number one important thing is having a taller first gear. With a tight track like this, you know, it's hard to use the other gears because, it's, like I said, it's so tight.
Yeah, what gear would you get into then? Because it is real small, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, mostly first gear. I mean, now that, you know, we're going to work in trying to jump the triples and in the whoops, I'll use second, but I would say 90% of the time I'm in first gear.
Yeah. So, like, do the Honda factory give you enough support, or do you find you have to seek and find sponsorship and help from everywhere else?
Well, I mean, having support of the factory is the best thing. I mean, it's tough. Actually last year we did stuff on our own with a little bit of help of the factory, and had a pretty good year, but the factory gave us more support this year and my results went up. I mean, it's tough to beat what the factory's made.
Yeah, but the Honda must be particularly pleased to get a third, and you are a supported rider, not such a factory rider. They must be more than happy with you. Are we in negotiations for next year, or does that come later on yet?
No, that's already been done.
Oh, is it?
I've done another 2 years with factory.
Oh, excellent.
Honda, so yeah, things work well for both of us.
Yeah. How old does a motocross rider or supercross rider have to sort of think about packing the boots and helmets away like?
Well, that really depends on how often you see the ground. I mean, if you can stay off the ground and you have good support and you're healthy, I mean, you can go a long time. I mean, the bikes are getting much better and they're not as demanding on the body. I mean, I know I'm actually an avid trainer. I like to train, which would keep me going a long time, but
helps you aid to recovery if you have a misfortune or whatever,
But I think it all comes down to heart. I mean, if you got the heart to still do it and you like doing it, then
the passion's there, so then you go for it. I noticed you put the knee brace and everything. Is this like a preventative thing, or do you have trouble with your knee?
I don't have trouble, but I did, and when I did have trouble with them, I mean, I had surgery and everything, so it's more of a preventative maintenance now, but I had already had problems with it.
Got your drift, yeah. Well, I think we just better see some more of you doing your jumps, whoops, and everything else that you do. Just jumps. Are you into the big thing? You know, this doing the stunts where you do the Superman acts and touch the mud guard with your nose and everything else. Are you into that or not?
No, I mean, that's probably where I show my age. I don't do, I mean, I like to keep my stuff, feet on the pegs and my hands on the bars, but...
I can't say I blame you, mate. I think there's something wrong with those lads, nonetheless. Yeah.
I don't actually. I like jumping big jumps, but I prefer to do it normal.
Yeah. I can't say I blame you. I think we should leave that to the young boys. Yeah. When I say we, I can't even get the leg over these bikes. They're too high for me. Taking the family here, there and everywhere, I mean, is this the thing you wish to do, or would you prefer that you just got on with your job, fly around and go back again?
Well, with as much as we travel, if I did that, I would really never see my family. So when we come, it's nice to have them there. You know, like I said, if I didn't, we wouldn't see them. But some weekends that you come in, you race, and you go home, and it's just as easy to rush home as opposed to bring them along.
Yeah, because I know you've got a little one, haven't you? A little 2-year-old. He's here this weekend with the missus and that. Does she enjoy watching the racing or not?
Yeah, I mean, obviously supports me a lot.
Yeah.
And that it's all part of it. I mean.
She makes your butties and you pack up and make sure that you're fed and so on, does she?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Excellent. We don't only just do a little feature on you, Mike, as our star for the Supercross, the day in the life of. You only go and win for us as well, don't you? Yeah, but I noticed you kept the champagne to yourself. But well done. You've got a bit of a sweat on there. Yeah, obviously, it's hard work, this game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when the track ruts up the way it do, it's about everything you do to keep the bike going straight, and that's where most of the work comes. It's not so much if you ride on a smooth track, it's tough, but keeping it going straight and jumping the jumps and then the loops.
You look so smooth. You look like right to the very end. You just look so smooth and tidy. Does that make? I mean, in theory, if you go smooth and tidy, if you've got the space, makes life a little easier for you. It doesn't work so hard.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what you learn in the States. I mean, it's not one thing you have to be fast, but you have to be smooth too, because you have to be no mistakes for 20 laps. And that's where it stems from. I mean, we have complete concentration the whole time. And, if you make one mistake, you lose time.
And all this working out you do in the gym and everything else, running, jogging, cycling and everything, pays off on these occasions.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, the stronger you are, the fitter you are, the easier it is, and the more energy you have to keep it going straight.
Coming all this way from the States, the old jet lag syndrome, does that come into the equation? No.
You know what? I felt real heavy coming here, but once I got on the bike and loosened up, got a good sweat going, it kind of everything went away.
Got a good sweat going, flipping it. I don't do too much work, we're going to help it. If I get a sweat on, I retire. Yeah. Well done, Mike. We're very impressed with you. Obviously, keep it up. We wish you all the very best for the future. Great. Thank you, Tom. What a fantastic atmosphere, what an amazing place, and what a remarkable Supercross rider. But Supercross riders have obviously got to have somewhere to ride the bikes on. Well, they come into these indoor arenas all over the world. How on earth does an indoor arena become? How do they get all this flaming earth in here and then back out again so they can do basketball or whatever they do the following week? Well, I tell you what, Paul will show you exactly how they do that next week.